What's up, people? It's good to be back. This is the ultimate celebration of Di-RREC Gaming as we hit over 500 followers and we've hit over 500 subscribers. One over YouTube. Now that we're over 600 followers on Mixer, we are in light of celebrating, actually now hitting over our 500 milestone for YouTube. We are honored. This video is for you guys. This is a special introduction video for you guys. There's so many people to thank. The hard work that's been going on Kapad today, my brother, my homie. Dorkster's in the building. That's my homeboy. He's part of my kids' kinship, friendship on the Xbox Live things. He's in school right now, but came up on here to tell me he's at school. The legendary Noah in the building. What's up, Dorkster? I see you, man. That's how you got to do it at school, right? Sneak up on here. I may have something for you anyway, man, just for doing that. That's some stuff that I used to do back in the day. So glad that you came up. Just for being the #1 contestant. I'll be hollering at you soon, man. You gonna be rewarded. Thanks for that, man. You went all the way out your way, possibly get in trouble. So for that, man, there has to be some kind of reward for that. So don't worry, no, I'll be getting a hold of you soon. You know how to find me. But thanks to everybody that's been a part of this come up. Whether you're just now new to it, like my man Noah, Dorkster 4, or you've been there from the start, like my man Striker 300. This channel now is built for you guys. We are going to start giving out rewards once a month to whoever is the highest viewer for the end of the month. We will know this because we'll have it tallied up while I'm streaming on Mixer. You can see it. I also want to say a big thank you to my brother, like I said, before Dorkster interrupted me. Nah, this playing. But no, to my Mr. Achiever 1, yo, what's good? These are my family right here. But let me get to this presentation right here. Let me finish this, y'all. I'm not trying to ignore you guys, because this guy here is one of the main reasons that we all are here. He gives so much to this community, and you guys are gonna see how much he means to me very soon. We've been blessed. Di-RREC Gaming has blessed us. Our work has been shown. We were told that they gonna see how we produce in these green streets, and they have seen our works all over the place. We are validated, and I couldn't have been where I am at today if it wasn't for this dude in my party right now. If it wasn't for this dude right here, and it's time for this dude, because he's quiet, he's humble. You never hear a lot from him. Morning, Mr. Achiever. You don't hear a lot from him. He doesn't really put a lot of input when he's in here. My man Striker. Like I was saying, you don't hear a lot from this guy, you know, but I hear a lot from him, and I see the work that he does. And there he is right there. He comes in with always the energy. He was the #1 dude for this channel when I started it up. He called me up and asked could he sponsor this channel through his own pockets. Through his own pockets. I also want to say that you can't buy loyalty. You can't create it. It's something that has to come from within that own individual. And like I've always said, loyalty is hard to come by. But when you find people who are loyal to you, you stick with them. You stick with them. And you make sure they are important. Di-RREC Gaming makes sure people are important. We don't just sit up here and run our mouths. It's like I've always said, We are who we are. The day has come, and it's coming fruition now. It's time to start giving back. We made our mark. That was our first milestone. Our second milestone is to get 1,000 followers on Mixer and 1,000 followers on YouTube. Oh, it's gonna be very well reachable. That's right, Zay. We are who we are. That's right, brother. We are. We don't make up nothing. We gamers. This is a gaming platform, and it rewards the gamers. It rewards them. This isn't a talk show. We just happen to have talk shows on our gaming platform. This isn't a YouTube show. We just happen to be gamers on YouTube. This isn't a Mixer show. We just happen to be gamers on Mixer. Hey man, gaming is a culture and it's a way of life. And I wouldn't have met half you beautiful people out there if it wasn't for gaming. I can go all around the world, man, and meet beautiful people because of gaming. Gaming is like a sport, man. We all come together for one cause, and that's to rep this beautiful thing called the Xbox community and represent this Xbox Live in its truest form. As I got the Outer Worlds music embracing this galactic introduction from my man, the man he names. Y'all know who he is. It's my man Dre Dog in the building. This dude here, man, is right beside me. This platform is nothing without him. It's nothing without him. And he knows it. It's nothing without him. Our works, man, I'm just the voice. I'm just the voice. And I'm the key that starts up the engine. But this dude is the engine. And it's humbling to me now that I'll be able to join him by giving him the car. And now I can get my car because we did it. And now we can both start our engines up. Neither one of us are better than the other. But I'm telling y'all that this dude here is the Barry Gordy of Di-RREC Gaming. He's the dude behind the scenes. And I'm like Smokey Robinson. You don't ever see him, but you see me on stage. And it's only right now that we've reached our first major milestone to give this dude some credit. He's always giving, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's in the DX Men of the DX Mansion, whether he's in your messenger, or whether he's on Mixer. Y'all done seen him. Some of you guys know what he does. Some of you guys are direct descendants of his gratitude. Oh, no doubt, Dorster. Don't worry, man. You're good. Get back to school, boy. But Mr. Cheever, people like him. Yo, my man, Wearing Cone, that's been there with me since the Twitch days. It's so many of you guys. You know what I'm saying? The Striker 300, Leave No Witnesses eras, doing my Assassin's Creed eras, man. All that stuff matters, man. Y'all don't understand. And me and Manny Names, we would talk about how can we give back to these people? How can we give back to them? And just to get the news that now there's a way of doing it. There's a way now for you guys to start getting some credit. Because we don't, look, man, I remember when I started this, and I remember getting the few subscribers that I had on YouTube, and I remember when Manny Names hit me up and said, hey, I want to sponsor your channel because I see what you do day in and day out. I see it, and I want to support it. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing he told me was, we're not going to be a channel where we asking anybody for money. No, if we're going to do that, man, then I don't want to be a part of it. Those were his words. If we got to go around asking people for money, I don't want to be a part of it, because gaming and the gaming experience is free. It's not something that we're looking at for any of you guys to put your money out. You want to be a part of this show? Have you a good mic. Come into the party chat and wild out with us. Cause we're about the Xbox Live community. We're not here to pick your pocket, man. We're not false gamers. We're not false prophets in these lands. We don't need your money. The offering has already been up. We paved the way. There's nothing that you can do that will stop us from doing what we enjoy. There's no good works that you can do, because we do this from the pure of our hearts. That's where it comes from, our experiences as being gamers. The joy is when we all come together and we can share that common bond. That's free. So shall it be on Di-RREC Gaming. Di-RREC Gaming is a free, open platform to all my Xbox Live comrades. And the only #1 rule is respect each other. That's it. I want to say thanks to everybody out there in the Twitter land. There's too many of you guys who give me laughs day in and day out, but you guys know who y'all are. If you ever stepped on my page on Twitter and shout a comment on there, I'm talking about you. There's too many, and I don't want to name anybody so they feel like they've been left out. But I'm saying that so that all you guys on Twitter who's talked to me, who keeps me laughing, who, you know, let me say something about the Twitter guys. Those are some of the most smart, those are the most smartest Xbox guys I've seen. They're not fooled and they're not fools. Some of y'all comments are classic. And we need to hear y'all because you guys aren't fooled. There's some of you guys, we DM each other, man, and I'm amazed at some of the things that you guys know. Y'all are students of the game. And look, right now, you're looking good now because a lot of y'all bold predictions, just like my bold predictions, have come into fruition. Now we're sitting back laughing. As we proceed to give you what you need, Scarlet is right around the corner. And we're going to talk about some good topics today. We're going to get into it, and you know how we do on Di-RREC Gaming. So, with no further ado, I want to say thank you, Manny Names. Thank you, my brother, for always supporting me from day one, man. I want to say thank you. I want to say thanks to my man Knowledge, who you'll never see. Knowledge was the man who built the command center, who built Black Steel, so that we were able to do this. Those two guys right there, I know what they've done. I've seen them reach in their own pockets. I know what these dudes do. So I'm not going anywhere because when people go out of their way to do that for you, all they expect to see is you don't take it out of vain and work and work. That's why these dudes make sure I'm good. And these are people from the Xbox community. These ain't people that are you know, big top people and oh, they famous or something. Nah, man, we right here in our own community. We sitting right here. I hope I'm sounding clear for you guys. I hope everything is good. But like I say, I always say, testing, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Y'all always let me know how I'm sounding. And that's the beautiful thing. I got reliability. And as we keep on pushing it in these green streets, as I bring y'all the outer worlds today, because we game on here. You don't just, it's not a dark screen and we're just talking from the ether. Nah, man, we game on here because I'm gifted like that. This reminds me back in the arcade days when I'm on the machine. You talk to your friends, you playing. It's not hard to do, man. That's what I'm doing. Xbox, thank you for Mixer, giving me a platform where I don't have all the great resources like many do. But hey, man, those resources don't make me who I am. The content makes me who I am. So I'm an inspiration to everybody out there that's just like me who thinks they gotta have this and have that. You ain't gotta have nothing but yourself, man. You a gamer. Represent gaming. And people will see that you represent gaming. No matter your preferred platform, that's understandable. Enjoy and put out what you like about that platform. Talk about the ups, talk about the downs. You can laugh about the other one, you can laugh about yours. But hey, any real gamer knows that it's not that serious. It's just part of the culture. You're gonna have fans of this, fans of that. Just like in sports, you got fans of this, fans of that. You can't take this stuff to heart. It's been this way. Hey, yo. Let's go. I want to say, man, that it's a lot of stuff out here, man, that's just really, really mind-boggling me. And I think I'm going to go another direction, I'm going to go in a direction to where I said I told you so. Because, for so many years, man, and this is how I knew I was a part of a real underdog community. But we're not like, and when I say underdog, I'm not talking about the underdog that y'all think. I'm talking about the business side of being an underdog, which I've explained in my recent YouTube videos. The Xbox community is a real community because it doesn't flip-flop. It doesn't run away. It doesn't relinquish its powers by just sales and things like that. Things like that don't distract us. Because when you got something like Xbox Live, and when you build a family up on there, bro, I got people that I've known for years and 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 years, simply because of its Xbox Live. I don't know these people in real life. I don't see them. I don't know where they live, and I've never been to their home. But you know what? On Xbox Live, man, we share a brotherhood or a common ground. Regardless if you're male or female, I appreciate you. And I've known you for years. Me, personally, my career started off on Gears of War. Personally. But that doesn't mean that somebody else's career, just because they didn't come up on that they're less than me. We are the same. This boy here, DMX voice. I love it. But no, we're in here, man, and that's the beautiful thing about this situation. Now I'm gonna walk through this game slow, so don't look at this as a playthrough. This is more. I'm talking to my family today. I got some good topics today, and it's concerning the fact that we stuck in there, y'all, and we show what a true war is all about. You don't give your ground up. You stand on it, regardless if it's doing right or wrong. We already know about the Don Matrick crap. We already know about Natalia taking over. We already know about Phil Spencer taking over. We already know about Bonnie Ross. We already know about Mike Ibarra leaving. We already know about Aaron Greenberg and the great things that he does as a foot soldier for us. We already know about Matt Booty taking over the Xbox thing. We already seen Xbox turn into its own studio. We already know about the cloud. We already know about DX12. We already know about these things. But we had to believe in their vision. It doesn't just come
all systems are operating
overnight. Rome wasn't built in 3 days.
To bring the unreliable into low
but when you're betting against $1 trillion company,
an adequate test of our flight capabilities,
you're not looking real good. Because see, the beautiful thing about it is we don't have to worry about our platform. One thing I've known about the great Xbox community is this: we pick security over everything. And we have a common bond with the iOS family, no matter where is it at. The iOS family, from what I've seen, are more concerned about their security. And you know what? Being popular over security, you may not be the most popular person on the planet. But you know what? You're damn near the most common sense person, because I don't know nobody who leaves their doors unlocked from their homes, their windows unlocked, their doors open for their cars with their keys in it. I don't know anybody that lives like that. So my answer to that, when I always get slapped around about, hey man, why do you pick Xbox or why do you pick iOS? My personal preference of choice always comes down to one thing and one thing only: security. I want to feel secure. That's why when I go somewhere, no matter what platform I'm on, I'm not worrying about nothing. It's hassle-free. I'm good. Whether I don't care if it's popular or not. Your popularity contest does not secure me, nor does it take care of me as a human being. If something happens to me, you're not coming to my aid. Hey man, I got you. What's up? You're not doing that for me. So a lot of cats, they prefer Xbox for the security purposes, the reliability purposes. We have over 300,000 servers worldwide. Secure. That's security. All our games are downloaded. When we play our games, they're downloaded. I'm not playing a streaming version of our games where it's all up to
Hail and
internet connection.
Captain of your own ship.
So you got
I see
high
you're
ups and
putting
slow
the
ups.
unreliable
Our
to
games
good
are
use.
steady.
Shame about her former captain.
I
Horrible
always
way to
come up
die.
on here and show
How
my
are you
gaming.
feeling,
Why?
by the
Because
way? I
we're
lost
up
track of you
against
in that
not only
cage back
haters,
there.
which is
Experiencing
good.
any,
There's nothing wrong with them.
drippage? Perfectly
It's
normal
not
side effect
because
of
if they
thorn.
hate
I
against
assure
Xbox,
you.
we embrace that. Hate against it. That's part of the culture. But the reason I put up gameplay is because of these lame-man articles that will lie to you. We're going to get on that today. They will lie to you. They will say, oh, Xbox Live is down and it's out and it's all this. They lie to you. But how can it be down if I'm playing? How? How can it be glitchy if I'm playing it? How can it be broken if I'm playing it? Yep. This is why I show gameplay. So anybody that thinks what they read is true, I put it up there. I will tell you, hey, it's running good here. So it can't be, and that's what's the beautiful thing about Xbox. It can't be a worldwide situation going on. Maybe just where you're from is acting up. But like I say, as real men in this world, you're supposed to speak for yourself. You're supposed to be accountable for yourself. Speak for yourself. Because here's a fact. I got a homeboy in Houston that has Xbox, and I'm up here in northern Texas that has an Xbox, and there was times when my Xbox was acting funny. I hit him up. Hey, is anything going on with your Xbox? Nah, everything's good over here. So because of all those servers and all that reliability, just because one area is being affected doesn't mean the rest are. It don't happen like that. We continually play our games, whether we can use the online service or not.
Good.
So
Excellent.
you know, it's like,
what
why
you saw
are
in
we
Emerald
a
Vale
community
is happening all across the
that
colony?
likes
Food
being the
shortages,
underdog?
lack of supplies,
That's what our haters will say. Well, why would you jock something that doesn't promote games and you don't have games or you don't have exclusives and this and that and this and
some of the
that?
brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive
What part of the
Hope's
platform
colonists, they
that
can
actually
help
shows
us
growth?
undo the board's mistakes. They can
Our
help us set
subscriptions are
things right.
double of what you are. If you want to talk
Stellar Bay
console
on
sales,
Monarch.
we
I have
can talk
contacts
subscription
there. They'll
sales
help me
because our
help
subscription
us
sales
find
actually
chemicals
show
to revive
what
your
we're
fellow
doing.
colonists.
See, when you invest in
Gladys
subscriptions,
Kilkelly, lovely
what
woman,
gamer do
runs
you
a cozy
know
little black marketing
invest
outfit
in
on the
gaming
Ground
subscriptions
Breaker.
and
She
don't
can get you a
game
nav
on it?
key to land on
See, that's
Stellar Bay.
unheard of. But Mr. Cheever, I see that. That's right. But you know, if you're gonna buy a service on your gaming platform, you're gonna use it. You're gonna use it. You're not gonna just sit back here and not use it. Nobody does that.
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon.
You're going to
badly and almost completely lawless. You'll love it.
Your audience is actually
Captains
doing.
don't fly their
So
own
when you
ships,
look at the
see.
Xbox
Your
Live platform and it's
navigation
over
terminal
64,
handles
66
the,
million at the point,
navigation. Think
and
of a
if you're
nav key
telling
as a
me
set of flight
that
instructions.
my console sales are
The
low,
board's been confiscating
well,
the nav
across
keys
the
for Stellar
whole
Bay, so
region
we
of
must rely on
Xbox
unconventional
platforms,
means of
if
acquisition.
mine is
Hence,
double
Miss Gladys
the
Kilkelly.
amount of yours, we're doing pretty damn good. We're not going anywhere. Our platform is healthy.
Without
you see what
a
I'm
skip
saying?
Drive,
We're
good luck.
not on
You'll
an
be dead
unhealthy
before
platform.
you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire
But there
your
are
optimism,
things that are starting
but
to
the sad
come
truth
out
is you're stuck here.
that are
you,
actually
me, and the rest of this
blowing
colony.
my mind
We're
away,
all skating
because these are the things that we
precariously
said,
around the edge of oblivion
but we just
together.
didn't have the facts to confirm it.
None of us
But
are
you can
leaving
see it.
Halcyon alive, so we may as well
You
make
can
it
see
a
it
better
because
place,
when
and
you
we
see
can
the
start
results of
by
things, certain
reviving the
things
hope.
just don't add up. And I want to give a shout out to Rules, my man Rules, for being one of those dudes way in the early days, revealing some of this stuff, getting blocked out of these articles and things like that. Because the good thing about
Gladys and
the
I
good
have
thing
been
about
doing business for
console
years.
sales
Her smuggling
is they're
credentials
good
are unimpeachable.
when the race
if anyone
begins.
can get you a key to Monarch,
But as the race
it's her.
continues, we knew that eventually these things called console sales were no longer going to be an impact, because we're going into the future. The console sales, that kind of talk has to die now because it's old and it's outdated. We're not in the 90s. The console sales used to mean something when we used to have E3 in the beginning. The whole point of E3 in the beginning was that these companies could come in and they could see these games and then make judgments off of, do we want these games in our stores? Are these games going to um,
In theory, I suppose
work
you
out
could land
for
your
our
ship in
sales
Cascadia,
to generate? Because
and in theory,
the thing is,
suppose
like
you
I
might
said,
survive the experience.
in order for them games to get to them
Cascadia
stores,
is
they have
utterly
to be sold to
seething
them
with
stores.
dangerous,
Stores just ain't
highly
gonna buy any
aggressive
game.
creatures,
So
more than
E3
capable
gave
of
them a
tearing
place where they
you
could
limb
go
from
in, look
limb.
at these games themselves, and determine
You'd
if
have to be a
these
lunatic to
games were
land in
worth
Cascadia, and I'm
being on
reasonably
in their
certain I
stores.
tested your brain
So
for
then, back in
incipient
the day in the
signs of
90s,
insanity.
console
Trust me,
sales
talk
meant
to Gladys
a
Culkelly.
whole lot. That was like the top thing of the
Excellent. I'll send her a
thing
wireless.
to know,
Let her know you're
because
coming.
when you saw that, you knew that, hey,
By the
this
way,
console
I
must
gave
have good
Captain
games,
Hawthorne
because the
a
stores
disguise
are willing
apparatus
to
of
put
my
these
own
games
design,
in their
cutting-edge
stores.
technology, years
They didn't
ahead
just
of its
put any
time.
kind of game in the store back then.
I call it the holographic shroud.
So back then,
I'm sure it will prove
there was a reason to brag
useful
about
to
it.
you.
Then we
You'll
get
find
into the
it in
2K
captain's
era.
quarters.
There was still a reason to brag about it. But now, we're past that. We're 19 years in.
Marvelous.
We're not
device.
in
I'm
that
quite
same
proud of
time
myself.
frame no more,
The shroud
because
changes the
services
user's
have
appearance
come
to
up.
mimic that
And
of
when
another.
services come up, bundling
It
come
has
up,
limits.
these
First
companies, this
generation
ain't something that
technology,
just
you see,
Microsoft
but
came up with.
promising. Exciting to see it in
A
use
whole
at
lot
last.
of companies have merged ever
Very
since the
simply,
fall of
the
Enron.
holographic shroud uses biometric
When Enron
information
fell, a lot of
contained
companies
on
found
standard
out
identity
they're more
cartridges
powerful when
to
they
generate
merge
a
together.
holographic
They
projection
can come
around
together
you.
and merge together, bring their corporate minds together. And some of these companies said, you know what? We have a lot of conglomerate entities or a lot of umbrellas. Why don't we just make one big, huge umbrella and put all our divisions under it and pool our money and resources through them? A lot of companies made critical decisions, and Microsoft was one of them. So when they made their decision back in the day, just because Microsoft
the
did
beauty
it,
is they don't expect it.
oh, it was easy
The
to
shroud
make
is
fun
the
of them
only one of
because
its
why?
kind.
Oh,
We
my
humans have a
preferred
tendency
platform
to
isn't
overlook
doing
the
it. And for
unexpected.
some reason, if my platform is the most
Activate
popular,
the disguise,
you would
walk
think
past
that if it's
someone.
popular,
What do they
why
see?
shouldn't
A
they do
figure
it and why
dressed
should the
like
other
a
one
fellow
do it?
employee.
Well, see,
Don't act
Microsoft
out.
doesn't
They
make
won't
moves
focus on
based
you.
off of popularity. They don't make moves off of that. And what these other companies do really don't dictate what Microsoft does, because Microsoft has the bigger bank. What we've come to understand is big bank always takes little bank. So we understand now why your other platforms aren't making decisions as fast as Microsoft. Simply because they don't have the money to do it. They got money, but they don't have the money to quickly do it. They're more based off of, let's be slow about our decision, because any critical decision that we make could dethrone our values within our company. So we have to be critical.
Only
Unlike
stand up to
Microsoft, they got so much
scrutiny.
money coming
Use
in
it too long,
that they can
bound to
risk being
flicker,
risky.
blur, something like
And a
that.
company
Movement makes it
that
more
can be
likely.
risky being risky,
Best used in
man,
moderation.
that's a beautiful
when you
thing,
see guards in
because
your path, you
you
can't
can
sneak
do
past,
just
for
about
example.
more than what all the other ones can do.
Maintain
And when you
your
mess up,
distance.
you
Act
learn
normal.
from your mess
no
up.
running, no jumping. Don't draw their
See,
attention.
that's the key.
If they pay attention,
Microsoft has
they're
been
more
learning
likely
from
to
their
notice
mess ups
flaws in the hologram.
while they've been innovating. They're not winning the best innovation, best creative company in the market for no reason. The United States isn't the #1 gaming market for no reason. You're not looking on TV now seeing Xbox marketing on your commercial screen for no reason. You're not seeing the Xbox One X as the most powerful console on the planet for no reason. You're not seeing Game Pass now that is #1 and gaming subscriptions set apart from online subscriptions for no reason. You don't see Xbox Ultimate now blossoming, giving people 4 to 6 day early releases, playing millions of people are playing it for no reason. All this stuff is calculated. It's calculated. And now coming into 2020, there's a lot of beautiful things that have popped up. So let's talk about it. What's up now that reports done come in considering the success of the Xbox brand and the PlayStation brand? What shocks me is that the PSN monthly active subs are now at 36.9 million, basically 37 million, having risen from 34.2 in the final years of 2017 to 36.4 final years of 2018, with the only gain of a 500,000 increase for 2019. Now, that doesn't show pure growth. That's not showing that people are willing to take care of their services.
A change of
And when they're
clothes.
doing that, they
What
don't
is this,
understand
some
that it makes it
old
hard for
spy
that
serial?
company to
What
make
inattentive
adjustments.
and brainless
They don't
guard
understand
would
that.
be fooled by such a shabby disguise?
There's a reason why these gaming companies have
The
created
holographic
services,
shroud masks
because
not only
they
your
make more
clothes,
money off the
but your
services
face
than they
and
do off the pure
fingerprints.
games. There's
It
so much
modulates your
that
voice
goes
and
into the
sweetens
profit
your
of
breath.
games. When you sell them to retails, when people bring the games back to be sold again, all that devalues the game. All those profits the percentages go down. But when you got a service that you can create and you make profits off that services, you're going to gain more because it's yours. Look at it like this. Game Pass is like its own store, right? And we'll take a pause for a minute on this, but I'm going to talk about this. Game Pass is like having its own virtual store, right? So whatever comes out of Game Pass is all Game Pass. Now, Microsoft can look at the percentages and they can split and divide and make rules to what they want for it to be successful for them. But the beautiful thing about Microsoft is it doesn't need its gaming division to survive. Xbox is more like an enjoyment feature. When these guys are at their jobs, man, these dudes are like geeks, high geeks and geniuses, people. These ain't like normal brains that work for Microsoft. There's a lot of things that go in. They work their brains all the time. So when they take a break, man, they get on that Xbox. That break, their rest, is what they've given to us. Remember, Bill Gates said, it's not the consoles that I'm worrying about, it's the service. I can literally put this Xbox console in every home in America. I don't care about that console. But I want to come up with a service. Through that service, the gamers can use and play games with. He said that way back in 2000, 19 years ago. So the console's never been the prime vision for Microsoft. Never. It's the ghost. It's the shell, right? The ghost in the shell is what they worry about. That software, because that's who they are. They're a software company. They're not a hardware company. And now that software is taking over, Microsoft now is in the best position they've ever been in the gaming entity as a company now. You have seen them change. You haven't seen anybody else change. When you see Microsoft change the way they've changed, you don't see nobody else change like that. There's a big reason they changed the way they changed, because now everybody comes to them and everybody has, just like we said we were. So this whole laughing at this Microsoft making gains of year to year in, it's true. Because of that 500,000 increase for 2019 likely means we will see a decline in 2020. Software and services dropped 17% on Sony's side of things. Now the big shebang is, well, it's the end of the cycle.
Excellent.
So
I'll contact
we
you
understand
once you found
that.
a way to get to Stellar Bay. If
We
you have
understand
any
that,
questions,
okay?
come see
We
me
got
in my
that.
lab.
Because anybody
And
who's
remember,
stupid to think
don't trust
that
the
sales
board.
ain't going to
They'll
decline
try to
on
win
the
you over
hardware
with
side with the
promises of
console
wealth
side of
and
things
power.
for the
And
new
it's a
generation
lie.
going to be stupid.
The board's only
They know that.
interested in
That's
filling their own
happened with
pockets.
every console.
If we don't put a stop to
But
them, they're going to run
when
this
your
colony to the
services are
ground.
dropping
Transmission
just as
ended.
bad as your
If you are
consoles
ready
are
to
dropping,
depart, please
that's not a
select a
good thing.
destination on your navigation
And so
terminal.
while 17%, which is a lot, that is a lot. When you see 17 compared to Xbox One was overall flat. So when you look at the whole span of PlayStation 4, it's dropped 17%. Services and hardware. But when you look at Xbox One, see, this is what a dummy who popped up on my post one day tried to convince me that he understood the difference between profit and revenue. And I'm not going to bring up any names, but this is a shout out to all my Twitter fans out there, my Twitter compadres out there that know the new legal. This lame made himself a donkey that day because he thought he knew the difference between profit and revenue. And there is a difference between profit and revenue, and I'm not even going to get into it because if you want to know, you have an internet and you can read and understand the differences. There's definitions for these two words, right? So if the Xbox One overall remained flat with just a 1% increase, despite some hardware drops like Sony. Now this is basic math. Anything that's a plus, right? And that's my Killmonger guy. He's Killmonger. But if anybody that's in first grade understands that 1 is better than 0, now we know that there's a such thing that's under it, right? We understand that there is a such thing as being in the negatives. Not just 0, but being in the negatives. So if you're negative something, that means you're under 0. You're under not having. But if you're in the plus, I don't care if it's 1.00001. As long as all your stuff ain't zeros, you have gained something, and it's worth more than what's in the negative. So if Microsoft, who's a $1 trillion company, right, made just 1% off of Xbox, I'm gonna let y'all figure that one out, and you tell me if that's just some chump change. $1 trillion out of 1%, 1% out of $1 trillion, and y'all gonna tell me that's chump change? All right, whatever. But isn't that funny that how y'all say that Sony does so well, oh, it's doing so good, look at them console sales, but yet Sony has a 17% drop, a negative 17% drop. Now, this 17% could be from any of their numbers. It doesn't mean that they ain't made nothing. It's saying that where they was making their money at, wherever that number is, it dropped 17%. And what Microsoft has done for the whole year, it rose up 1%. These are talking about years. So, you know what? It very well could be, because it said it's a decline of 2. They said this is yeah, it could be, because they're looking at it for the whole year. So if it's a 70% drop from the whole year, that means it's 17% drop from the year before. So I am right. I'm sorry. I was going to think of the benefit of giving them the benefit of the doubt, but no, that's a 17% drop from the year before. So there's 17. So right now, people, here's a fact. Right now, because we don't do opinions on Di-RREC Gaming, we do facts, and that's a fact. So here's the fact. The fact is that from last year, whole total year, and this year, beginning of this year, PlayStation is down 17%. If you look at all of last year to this year, Xbox is up 1%. So here's what I want to tell y'all. Here's an easy Sesame Street answer. And this is what I told the dude, the idiot who came up on my thing. This is the difference between profits and revenue. Let's do the classic apple and oranges bag, okay? If I had 17 apples in one bag, and I only gained 3 apples, right? That means I only gained 3. Now, that's 3 apples. If I have a bag of oranges, and let's say that only had 6, and I gained 12 of those oranges. Well, no, we won't even say 12, because I don't. Yeah, no, let's say 12. The first one had 17 right out the gate, but it only gained 3, and the second one, and it was apples. The second one has oranges. It starts out at 6, but gains 12, and the total for those years, right? The totals for those years was 20 apples for that company and 18 oranges for the other company. My question to you is, which company gained more? Was it the one that had 6 and grew 12, or the one that was 17 and grew 3? Which one gained more? The one that had less, that gained 12, gained more for the year. Regardless of what the number said, the one that put out 12, that got 12 more fruit, did more work. That's what's happening. This is why you see positive numbers for Xbox, because what Xbox has shown was that you don't have to have the most consoles sold to be the most productive. And when we're talking about a business, that's what business means. Productivity. When it comes to production and productivity, Xbox is the only console that has been gaining year in and year out. Bottom line. We've also talked about these games being bundled up. This other article, this other news has came up that it's troubling considering how many copies of those games were bundled in with console unit sales of the last 4 years now. An example is Bloodborne. We know another example is Spider-Man. We know another example is God of War. We know another example is Uncharted. We know another example, Horizon Zero Dawn. All those games were bundled up. Now, when they bundle up, don't lie to us and say, oh, they sold this amount of numbers, this sold amount of numbers. See, it's easy to lie to your consumer because, hey, we don't have the company business. We don't know, we don't know what you're saying. We don't know, we don't have the paperwork on that to point it out. And these companies know that. They know that. So because they know that, and they know you don't know, they'll tell you anything. So because they tell you anything, you look at that and you go bonkers over there. Oh, well, look what they just said. But you have no way of proving it. So I'll take the company that's quiet, that shows me what they're about, over the company that's loud and feels like they have to lie to me about what they do. I'll take that any day. Because what's crazy is how you can sit up here and allow a game like Death Stranding to go this far with a lie. And it was just recently he was on Conan, right? And when they sat down and watched it, it still said only on PlayStation. Despite many people knowing it wasn't, that's not the point. Do you realize how many people that believe that lie? There's more people that believe that lie than it is people who knew it was a lie. That's facts. So the fact that you rather go up on a lie tells me a lot about you as a company. When I need a company to lie to me simply off for the success when they're not really being that successful, your phone division ain't that successful, your movie division ain't that successful, your semiconductors are, but we don't really care about semiconductors when we're talking about gaming. Now your movies and your phones, yeah, that goes a lot with gaming because that's mobility and movies. Movies and gaming go hand in hand. But when all of those are down, what makes me think that if you're gonna lie to your fan base, then you could care two peas about me.
Who is that?
I don't even like you. So if you're gonna lie to your fan base, that's crazy. You're willing to lie to your fan base over console sales. I gotta get out of here before I die. Let me get out of here. I'm not ready to go. But yeah, if you're willing to lie to your own base, and it has just been confirmed, this Monday? Just this week? Kojima had to come out and let everybody know that the game is going to be on PC. Yeah, stay true to the end and life will be easier. That's right, Mr. Achiever 1. That's right. We don't need that. We're gamers, man. We don't need to be lied to. It's just games, man.
Get up!
It's just games. It's just games. I actually got killed. I should have got my health up, but I didn't. I thought I would beat him. But anyway, it's just games. There's no reason to lie about them. And when these reports come out, people go mad. Well, I'm starting to think it's not because you're mad because You simply don't know what was going on. And that could be a little bit, but I think you were more mad at the fact that you was lied to and you just don't want to admit it. And the fact that you thought that a game would be solely exclusive to your console because of what you was told, and you got every right to be mad. You got every right to be mad. Because if a company's gonna sit there and lie to you about how many console it sells, that's crazy. You know, when you think about it, that's crazy. It's not that serious. And here we got Xbox just smoothing on, going on out. You see that if it was messed up, if it was that messed up, then how did it make a new console 40% better than the one that you got? Your best one. It's 40% better than the best one you got. And now we got confirmation that the PS5 is nothing but going to be an upgrade form of the Pro, an upgrade form. Well, we've already seen what our upgrade form is. It's the X. So if the X can already do 4K 60, and the PlayStation 5 is just going to be able to do 4K 60, if the Xbox One X is cheaper, then what's the big deal? What's going to be the big deal? I'm going to tell you what the big deal is going to be. The big deal is going to be Scarlett. Scarlett is going to be the real bad boy out there in them streets. And it's going to come down, once again, to who's a hardcore gamer. Microsoft ain't going to base that console. That console going to be way too good to be based off of sales. It ain't going to matter. It don't matter what sales. It ain't going to matter what it does. You know, some people, you know what I'm saying? Some people like their platforms just because of their platforms. We all understand that. But at some point, you gotta want better. You can't sit here and think that being lied to is okay. Those are bold-faced lies, man. Bold-faced lies. Just like when they came out with, the PlayStation 5 is going to be the fastest console. And what happened? They had to backtrack on that. Because if y'all really thought that was true, man, come on. Microsoft isn't playing when Phil Spencer's not playing when he said, from this point on, we will not be the inferior. It was like a mockery to them. Here we are, we're Microsoft, and we have the inferior product? That doesn't even, look, first of all, you got to do like I've always said, right? You got to make sense. You got to make sense. Yeah, well, you know, I put it like this. I think they fooled everybody, because when you think about it, and honestly, now when I think about E3 this year, not being so stellar, because I gave it like a 7.5 myself, but I understand it, because there was no reason for Microsoft to go all out. You have to be tactful about this. When your competitor isn't showing anything, why are you going to show your whole hand? It's like playing spades, man. You don't show your whole hand regardless. It's like poker. You don't show your hand regardless. Now, this XO, because it's getting closer to the year and they got those acquisitions, now I can see them showing us what it's all about. And that's what's going to happen. E3 isn't their show, but XO is. So I'm starting to believe in the reasons why Xbox saved up all their cupcakes and cakes and goodies and all that stuff for their own show. And if this London is what is like they said it's gonna be, then salute to them. Because you know what? Not only are the Xbox fans gonna be watching it, but the haters are gonna be watching it. They're gonna gain more views from the haters. They're gonna gain more from them than anything else. Just watch and see. This XO is probably going to be one of their biggest shows ever.
Arrived at the groundbreaker.
One of their biggest shows ever is going to be right here in a few more weeks.
Can we chat?
And we'll be able to see.
Hey, Captain.
What's on
ours?
ours?
Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named June.
All that talk
I was thinking that
is about to
maybe
be out the door.
ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean.
It's gonna come to the point now.
I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships.
All the talking's gonna show for itself.
I bet you a can of Borston beans.
We won't
could teach
have
me all
to.
manner of stuff.
So when
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure.
When
to
all
make it
that
worth
talking start talking for itself.
Did you want to talk about something else?
What then? The articles and everything gonna start changing up their narratives. Cause that media base, they're gonna start changing up their narrative. People gonna start flip-flopping again. But it's up to you guys. It's up to you guys whether you want them to survive or not. That's up to you guys. That ain't nobody else's decision. Because there's nobody on a platform that did the platform and made it succeed by themselves. There's no such thing as that. So we got idiots in these gaming streets because we keep them there. It's not because they there because they're unbreakable. They're there because we keep them there. Then yet we get mad when they continue to put out dumb stuff. But that's our fault. That's our fault. But the truths are out. Xbox's vision is up 1%. Year in, year out. Year in, year out. It's healthier. Period. That's facts. So people can hate on it all they want to. But the one thing about it with my comrades and me is this. We are not just on the only secure source platform. We're not only on the most diverse community in console gaming. We're not only the oldest online gaming console gaming group, but we're part of something that's the best. That's the best controllers, the best online, the best company. #1 in marketing this year. #1 and percent year-to-year growth. It's a lot of #1s. #1 in the highest achievement awards. We're not talking about no damn lame game awards, people. A thing that's equivalent to Kids' Choice Awards. Don't care what gets Gotti out of that. Try winning something from the Joystick Awards. And when you can win something from the Joystick Awards, then come holler at us. When you can do something like that, then come holler at us. Not one of your games have ever won one of those awards. Not one. So when that stuff starts happening, then you got something to talk about. Other than that, just stick to the console sales talk. We like the fact that y'all brag about shipments. We don't care about no shipments, man. Those days is over. Those days are over. PlayStation did a great job destroying the Xbox brand this time around. Xbox has a lot to consider its own faults because it took themselves lightly with the management team that they had. The management team that they had messed up the Xbox process majorly. They had a huge momentum coming into this generation and they threw it all away off of egotistic visions. Everybody had their own little vision that they was putting inside the Xbox. Each thing that could happen differently was from another vision instead of them just making that console with a solid vision and then adding features later. That could have helped because then it would have looked like you're gaining something. We're gaining something. But each one of those individuals wanted to be crowned from the ideas of themselves. And that's not the way to do it. That wasn't the way to do it. The way to do it was to get somebody like Phil Spencer in here that's been around Microsoft so long, that's Microsoft's DNA, that understands how to build a brand. Get people in here that care about it. Get your developers, I mean not your developers, but get your video game team and get them sparked up. The people that make our Xboxes now are the same people that make the Surface Pros, that do the Windows laptops and notebooks for Microsoft. That's who does the Xbox division. When they create things, we got some of the best engineers on the planet. You ain't got nothing to be ashamed about being a freaking Xbox fan. You got everything to feel good about because you got certainty. And over here, people, that's what it's all about. So, once again, I want to say thank you to everybody who has made this 500th YouTube subscriber a thing, a reality for us. I want to say to my man Manny Names for everything that you've done consistently for this channel, man. I can't say enough when I say thank you, bro. And it's going to be reciprocated soon in a heavy way. This dude here has made sure that I hit 500 subscribers, man. And people here that's put intros for me, put outros for me, that've done things. I know who y'all are, but nothing, and I mean nothing, is more humbling than to see people come out and support you like these guys today did. I mean, coming right out of school, y'all, sneaking up on his phone in school to come in here. I love it. You gotta love that. That's real gaming stuff right there. You gotta love seeing you old heads like Mr. Cheever and Striker 300. Man, it's a blessing seeing you guys, man. It's fun doing this stuff. You know, seeing you guys wild out right here on your home channel. Y'all got a home, man. Y'all are known over here. It's not like y'all are just somebody that just pops up. We know who y'all are. And we appreciate it for you guys. We understand it.
What?
You know.
You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it. Oh, that's a relief.
I wanted to be funny.
Thanks, Captain, for letting me stick around.
But you know, we want to honor people, man. We want to make people feel like, you know, that what they do on Di-RREC Gaming is real. We want them to know that, and we're going to start making them see that. Thanks, Mr. Achiever. So from now on, the #1 person, and we want to get this going before, we want to start that for Christmas. Let's start that for Christmas. That'll be the first Christmas thing that we do. So we started this in 2019 of winter, right? So the person that wins, the #1 viewer and you know, a participant on this channel on Mixer in December for the Christmas is going to get something. We're going to start it right there because I think that's a good time to do it, to start this. We'll start that up. You guys are more than deserving to start getting some things back. And I think guaranteeing 12 things a year is the way to go for this channel, regardless. Because if we can get the viewers, if we can get, and we'll set a bar. We'll set a bar that you're gonna have to at least get over this to even be considered. We will put everything out. I'll look at it and I'll evaluate what a person has to at least achieve as a viewer, and I ain't gonna set the bar up high, but that eliminates people who can't just come up on here expecting to win something. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna eliminate that theory. So you're gonna have to put a little work in here, be doing something, but it's going to be a guaranteed 12-month victory. And we don't care if it's just gonna be one person every time that does it. Because hey, if that person's putting in that work, how can you get mad at that person? Can't get mad at that person. This video has been for you guys. Like I said, I can't say enough. We here. I hope you guys believe in our vision, because we've been trying to get to a point where we wanted to start giving back, because we're just like you guys. We're at the bottom, man. It feels good being at the bottom, because I don't care if the thing shoots off. We're still considered the bottom. We're bottom, man, because that's where it's at. That's the beginnings. That ain't gonna change. All that's gonna do is enhance all of us. It's gonna enhance all of us, man. I want to have a platform where everybody's thriving. You know, shout outs to my man Technoblast yesterday. We had a person on Twitter, and I may be wrong with this description about the situation, but I think either the controller was broken or it malfunctioned in some shape, form, or fashion, right? But the bottom line was he needed a new controller. Technoblast, my dear friend that lives up not too far from me, decided to shoot out, and he was and with the way he shot himself out with this news, he shot out with such confidence. He says, "Hey, Xbox community, let's show our support and get this guy a controller," right? So he had tagged me and a few others. He did, and when he did that, you know, I was like, well, what's going on? I started reading. So, you know, he offered up a little PayPal plan for him you can send a little money to him, and it didn't ask how much, just hey, help along the way. And then what, the Xbox community is millions, and controller is only $50-something or something, maybe $60-something. If one person donated $1, 60-something people, we got it. And I mean, man, I'm telling you, y'all, within minutes it was done. And it made me feel good to be a part of that, because to see the reaction from the guy that needed help, that's what the Xbox community is all about. That's what gaming is all about. You have a family that's in here that cares that you're not left behind. We understand that everybody is not financially stable. Everybody just can't, when things happen, man, people are down. But that's the beauty of having us, man, because we can find ways of helping each other. And it's a brotherhood. Like I said, it's a brotherhood. It's a family. So when we see one of our comrades down, we want them up, just like we are up. I don't care if you run out of Game Pass, and for some reason you don't have Game Pass, I can gift you Game Pass for 3 more months or something. Keep you on your feet. Doesn't cost that much. But never be in position in life where you can't give. It's always better to give than it is to receive. Trust me on that one. And this is our way of giving back. We may not have we're not millionaires or gazillionaires, but we don't have to be. We don't have to be. There's ways of giving, and giving is free. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing. So once again, y'all, I want to say thank y'all so much for being dedicated followers, dedicated friends, dedicated brothers to me, dedicated family to me, and believing in this channel, man, as we grow it on Mixer and YouTube. Thanks to my man Manny Names. Shout out to my man Knowledge. Y'all two know what y'all done to me. Everybody out there in the Twitter land, there's too many of you guys. Thanks for every single laugh that y'all make me do, man. Every single day, keeping me in high spirits. Just that can't, out of all the stupidity in the world, man, we're laughing. That's a beautiful thing. We don't have time to stress. We're laughing, having a good time. That's what it's all about. And if anybody can learn anything from Di-RREC Gaming, we have a good time. We wild out. And thanks to everybody that's been a part of this show, like the legendary General Simp Hop, Rose and Golden Styles. Man has put up so many banners for me and artwork. Salute to him. The mighty Ebot, a dear and old friend of mine that's been in these streets. My man Rulez, since I've known since the article days. Mr. Kima, since I've known since the Xbox Club days. Yo, the good people. My man Chris Dove that knows me since the arcade days. Yo, good people. My man Anthony Knight that known me in Memphis when I was breaking them in on that NFL 2K5, converting them folks. So we've been doing this for a long time. Yo, to my master and teacher, the Al Ford 1, Mortal Kombat King, Indiana, Indianapolis. Shout outs to you, man. 1991. We did it. We made it official. We brought those tournaments to the hoods. Yo, this thing of ours will never be devoured. We're going to keep pushing because you know what? We're strong at wherever we do. We are who we say we are. Salute to all you guys. This has been the mighty, mighty New Legal. Right here with my man, Manny Names. And I'm taking my dudes on Mixer with me. It's been official. We here now. And I'm telling y'all, it's some beautiful things that are going to keep coming. Stay tuned. We'll be dropping it. And we're going to give off one of the little tricks, and we got a little ace off our sleeve. And I want to start off with the first giveaway, mystery. Here it comes. This is one of them. Here's one of them. Let me get to it. One of them is, and it's about my man Manny Names. So you're going to have to figure out, here's the first question. All right, it's going to be 2 answers for the giveaway. And that's today. So what do I have as my location on my gamertag profile? That is the Manny Names one. You have his name up here. So Manny Names, can you drop your official Xbox gamer tag right now in the mixer for these guys, so that the ones that came here can get a chance to win that first question. And then we'll go to the YouTube today and we'll put the second question there. So you'll have 2 times to win it, because the other one's gonna be another one. You could possibly win twice today, but we're gonna make sure we give everybody a chance. That's why we're doing it like that. So we'll announce the winners soon. But if you didn't win today, don't worry. You have a guaranteed way to win 12 times a year by being the top viewer on this channel now. That's regardless. So this is just to celebrate the 500. Manny Names is going to be dropping that information right here before we leave, and we won't leave until I see it. So what do I have as my location on my gamertag profile is the first one. He just dropped his official gamertag right there. You put that down, friend him on Xbox, and send him a message, because it's only through his gamertag that you can find that out. Send him a message and let him know what that is. The second one will be on YouTube once this video gets uploaded. So everybody that has a chance to watch this within 24 hours, well, I wouldn't even say 24 hours. I'll say by the end of this day, and we'll post it up so everybody get a chance to watch it, read it. They gotta put in a good hour or come out to the end and they'll get this information. But when they do that, we'll put up the video for YouTube. Manny Names will put the description. Well, he'll tell me and I can pin it. I'll just pin it over there. And when I pin it over there, it'll be the second question. And you guys will have to get that answer also from you're gonna have to dig inside his archives to find this one. And then you'll win that as well. So guys, thank you for everything that y'all do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been the New Legal celebrating 500 Mixer, 500 YouTube. We're on our way, and we're not stopping. This has been Di-RREC Gaming. We'll be seeing you guys soon. You guys, see you on the X side of things. We out of here.